FIFA 18 career mode wishlist. So if you haven't seen my career mode wishlist videos before, make sure you go check them out on the channel. We already have 2 out and this is going to be the 3rd. Today we're going to be talking about transfer options, and I'd like to have more transfer options in FIFA than what we already have. So one of the things that I'd like to see added is a buyback clause on your players. So when you sell somebody to another club, especially if they're a youngster, you might want to have some sort of buyback clause so you can get them back for a certain price and you could be number 1. Because when you release these high profile youngsters to a bigger club or to another club for like £1 million and they're like a 17-year-old 65 rated and Arsenal come in for them and nick them from you, but you might want to get them back later on, then you could have these buyback clauses. And that way you're never going to have to worry about it. And it's a great feature. It's real. It happens in real life, so it needs to happen in the game. Another thing that I want to see added to contracts when you sign a player is a release clause. So if you sign a decent youngster who you think is going to be great, you could add like a 20 million release clause. So that's the minimum teams have to pay, and you don't like get these crappy bids of like £2 million for a guy. I'd also like to see things added in like set a valuation of a player. So you come into the transfer window and you have a striker, say you're in January, and you have a striker who's scored 10 goals already this season. He's your top goal scorer. He's playing really well, but he's only 73 rated and he's only worth like £2 million. Your valuation of this player, because he's playing so well, maybe £7 million, right? Something like that. So you want at least 7 mil, but you never get bids anywhere near 7 mil. I'd like to see it where you could go to a player, you go onto their name, you highlight them, and then you can select a certain amount that you would accept for a player. So not like an official, you can't accept it officially, but like you set like this player is worth £7 million to me, and then teams will come in if they also value this player at £7 million. I'd also like to see, similar to that, is if your players are playing well, then the bids actually match that despite rating. Like, in real life, ratings aren't a thing. Like, if you see a player who's banging goals at championship level, like Hogan, then you can see that he's worth like 15, 12 mil, but in FIFA, he's only going to be worth like 4 mil, and the top bids are going to be 7 mil. Like, you're not going to get the big money, even though your player is smashing goals and like outperforming the rest of the team, but the rating, the value doesn't match. Another thing added to transfers could be like AIs adding players to their bids. So AI never add players to their bids. You can do like swap deals with AI, but the AI teams never come in saying, here's one of my youngsters plus 1 million for this guy. They never do that. So I'd like to see it where they can do that. Again, that might be difficult to get done in the game. I don't know. But I'd like to see it added. It gives it a bit more variation of transfers, where you don't just get bids straight. You can actually, have these players involved as well. So yeah, I'd like to see that added. That's the bulk of my ideas here for transfers. Let me know your opinions on this down in the comments. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see added in FIFA 18. Make sure you check out my previous videos. Thank you for watching. Thanks for dropping a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one very soon.